was above the rim on that one. When he rises up, folks, it almost looks as though he's not human.
He really is the picture of power, isn't it?
Oh, no doubt.
And he's actually a human highlight reel. Seems like highlights were invented for him.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is off. An easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. 4-point game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Back to Westbrook. It's tipped. Stolen by Smart.
Well, if you really want to make things hard on yourself, that's exactly how to do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
They're not doing themselves any favors at this point. They've got to stabilize their offense with just sound execution.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. It's a rare combo in the NBA.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And Roberson kicks to Ibaka. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Smart. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
Screen by Ibaka. Shot to stop the run. Roberson gets the bucket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Knocked loose. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook for that matter.
The Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Morrow's checked in. Sullinger with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Out to the right wing. Adams in the corner. And it's Zingler in the corner. Adams the pass to Ibaka. Stolen by Thomas. Outside Bradley. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Got a hand on it. Here's Sullinger. That is good.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Johnson, he's checked in for Sullinger.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
The Celtics on offense. They're on a 17-4 run. Count that one. Thomas got his first 2 points of the night. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig, and Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
The drive by Lee. Stolen away. To the middle. Here's Augustine. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Turner.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are. Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. They get it back. And stolen by Zeller. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Celtics lead. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Cannon. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Singler in at the small forward.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. Olynyk trying to break loose. Good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And taken away by Johnson. Lee dishes to Turner. Back to Lee. And Cantor pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Ibaka, the pass to Westbrook. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 4th in assists, 8th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
Celtics leading by 15. Johnson right side. And the shot no good, a bit short.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Tries again. Goes up again. And it's laid up and in by Lee. Lee's got 4 points this quarter.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
The kick out to Adams. Back to Singler. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to Indiana.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points. You know, one of the things, guys, that impressed me about the Celtics was the number of assists they had. I mean, they really focused on moving the ball. And when you do that and you have shot makers, the assists pile up.
Jerebko's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Then for the Thunder, Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kyle Singler. Dion Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. With the Celtics and their assists, they were second in the league in potential assists per game, meaning shots they missed that if they made would have been assists.
And that is a good thing, if you weren't sure. I mean, they were sandwiched between the Hawks and Warriors in that category. Pretty good company to be in. So they move the ball well. They just need to get a little more consistent at knocking down open shots.
Morrow kicks to Waiters. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ibaka. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Johnson,
Good. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Lee. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Evan Turner. It's stolen by Bradley. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. For Boston, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That free throw good from Bradley. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. And so Bradley nails both of them. Augustine with it. Kicks it to Morrow. Fires for 3. No good.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
They get it back. Collison kicks to Waiters. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Waiters got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's the screen. And it's Bradley off the drive. Pass to Jerebko. And it's blocked. Here's Morrow. No good off the front iron.